Hello, hello, and welcome to the Monster Energy Yamaha Factory Racing Team launch. We'll be getting the images in just about 15 minutes from Jakarta, Indonesia, and it's one I'm sure that everyone will be very excited to see. My name is Connor Doherty, and I'll be here to guide you through proceedings here. Make sure you get in touch with us as well. This is MotoGP, and fans are at the centre of everything we do, so let us know your thoughts. Can't wait for the presentation. That's from Marcel. Absolutely, me neither. Eagerly waiting. I think that is something that's true for all of us. Good luck, Yamaha 2026. So I'm sure the Yamaha team are reading this and watching on and thinking they will be desperate to get that bit of luck that they need to get back to the top. Let's take a look at the 2026 team presentation calendar then. We've already had the likes of Pramac, VR46, Aprilia, Ducati, and now we are with Yamaha. Later today we'll have Trackhouse as well. That's about 6 hours away. I do believe Kiko Giles will be presenting that from Milan. And then we've got a dual presentation for the KTM teams. Then we've got on the 31st of January, Gresini, and then Honda on the 1st and 2nd, LCR and HRC Castrol respectively. But after that, we'll be seeing all the teams together and all the riders at the season launch in Kuala Lumpur. Let's take a look at what's in store there. Season launch is going to be an absolutely superb show, and it's not one that you want to miss. All the riders will be there. You could be there as well, because it's going to be such a sensational affair. Last year, of course, we kicked off in this style for the very first time in Bangkok, and that was an absolutely incredible event, a huge party for everyone to enjoy. And this time around, it's Kuala Lumpur who's going to see its streets overtaken by bikes and MotoGP in general. It's going to be absolutely incredible, and we cannot wait to kick off the season with all of you as well. So make sure, if you aren't able to be in attendance, that you do watch on from wherever you are in the world. Kuala Lumpur is going to be the focal point of the kickoff of the MotoGP 2026 season. Greetings from Lombok. See you at the Indonesian GP. That's from Master, well, Master 93. I'm sure MotoGP cannot wait to see you as well in attendance there. Can't wait for launching there. Hello Yamaha 2026 from Soriang, West Java. Absolutely incredible to see these comments coming from all around the world. MotoGP is so international, isn't it? 5 continents that we visit, and I think around 18 countries, if I'm not sure. Watching Yamaha before work. Let's go. That's from Luke Miller. Absolutely. Well, this is my work, so I'm watching on from work, but this is exactly what you need to be doing. Tune in prior to getting on with the graph. Big supporter of Yamaha from India. Again, that international aspect of this wonderful sport of ours, the most exciting sport on earth, is just being highlighted time and time again. Let's take a look at a poll then. Will Yamaha be competitive again in 2026? Type yes in the chat if you believe they will be, no if you believe they won't. It's a difficult question to answer because we've seen tremendous improvements from Yamaha over the course of the last year, but it was still a very, very difficult season. And it's been difficult for Yamaha over the course of the last few years as well. But they are investing heavily. The likes of Max Bartolini coming in, really developing that bike. And of course, we saw Augusto Fernandez, the test rider for the Yamaha team, on that new bike for the coming year, which will be V4 engine. So it's tremendously interesting to see exactly how that works on track, and especially when the likes of Fabio Quartararo and Alex Grins get to grips with it. So it's going to be very, very entertaining, I am sure, to see Yamaha to return to the very top of MotoGP, where they will feel they deserve. Obviously, we've seen the likes of Valentino Rossi, Jorge Lorenzo, and even Fabio Quartararo winning the World Championship on the M1. So why can't they build another machine for 2026? It'll be difficult for them to challenge at the top with the likes of Ducati performing so well, and of course Aprilia excelling really towards the end of the season under the incredible work that we saw from Marco Bezzecchi, and of course KTM are a huge threat as well. Quattro will be back at the podium. That's, I think, a very fair estimate for the coming campaign. We did see him on the podium in Spain in 2025 and so cruelly robbed at the British GP as well when he was leading and had that technical issue which forced him to retire, much to the Yamaha team's chagrin. But Max Bartolini, who I did briefly mention there, the tech director at Yamaha, did say that the plan was to build a winning machine, a winning M1 2026. So they are still on course for that, and results have, of course, been improving over his tenure at the Iwata factory. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see whether that momentum can keep building into 2026. Obviously a very difficult year as well for every factory, not just Yamaha, as they look to develop not one but two bikes, because obviously they need to be producing the most incredible bike for 2026, but they've got an eye on 2027 and the new regulations as well. So as we say hello to a new season in 2026, we also bid goodbye to a very, very special friend to all of us at MotoGP, but more so Yamaha. It is the last of the Inline-Four engines.
I've had a good run, you know? It's been all about partnership. That's what the relationship is like between a rider and their MotoGP machine. Together you battle, you push the limit, you get closer and closer. Sometimes you fall, but you always get back up. You try again, and then you succeed, and my, does that victory taste sweet. I've felt the nerves before a debut, the weight of expectation before a title decider. I've carried dreams, overcome heartbreaks, and achieved triumphs. When you get it right, rider and motorcycle are one. It's the best feeling in the world. In that moment, the rider's heart and my engine are in perfect harmony. Revs your heart is our slogan for a reason. I accelerate, and so does their heartbeat, and that of the fans too. They let out gasps and joyous screams. They were moved by all my ups and downs. The overtakes, the redemption, the glory, the crashes, the comebacks, the saves, and they dress up in my colour scheme to show their support. My engine has always been my soul, the heart that powered every lap, every fight, and every win. And behind that heart, a team of brilliant minds who've shaped me for over 2 decades. From my first roar, 2002, to the evolution that awaits in 2026, these engineers have been my lifeblood. Each refined my power, my balance, my control. They made sure I can keep up with the fiercest rivals on the planet. With their help, and the riders who trusted me, I've completed 429 Grand Prix, won 125 races, stood on 352 podiums, and helped Yamaha claim 7 team titles and 5 constructors titles. I remember it all, not just the highs and lows, but also the moments in between. The quiet conversations in the garage, the words of encouragement just before the lights go out, the riders' trust, their fire, and their fighting spirit. But the main highlights of my story so far are are no doubt the 8 World Championships. 4 with Valentino, 3 with Jorge, and 1 with Fabio. The battles we fought, the bonds we forged, and the legacy we built, it fueled the way forward. But now, we're heading towards the end of an era. Much like a human heart, mine has given it all it had. Every GP, every race, every session, every lap. Soon, I'll approach the ultimate finish line and take my final checkered flag. Return to the garage, our home, one last time. But this isn't goodbye. It's rebirth. I'll still be me, and still the M1, only with a new heart. I'll be stronger, faster, ready to write the next chapter in Yamaha's story. Think of it as surgery, the kind that saves lives. The old heart can rest now, proud of what's achieved. The new one beats with promise, eager for the future. I'll be back soon, I promise. Always yours, the M1.
I'm sorry, I might just need a minute there. That was an incredibly emotive message from the Yamaha M as they make this transition from the Inline-Four to the V4 engine. Will Yamaha be competitive again in 2026? Well, the majority with 64% are saying yes, while there is still 36% of naysayers. 36% of people believe that Yamaha won't be competitive again for the time being, but with the likes of Quartararo on that bike, and with it being the V4 engine, a transition campaign, yes, but he's got such tremendous, doesn't he, the Frenchman? He's obviously a world champion, but we saw him coming so close previously, and you can see the comment there from Giovanni. El Diablo, I think everyone is looking forward to El Diablo back on track. Please, Fabio, win race this season. I think Fabio will be determined to do just that. Quartararo will be back on the podium. Well, I'm sure we will see him on the podium. We saw him climbing onto P2, I do believe, from last season in Jerez in the Spanish GP. An absolutely incredible performance there.
Gracias, tío. ¿Estás contento o no? Sí, qué duro. Satisfacción, ¿eh? Estás ahí, ¿Cómo ha sido? ¿Ha sido toda la carrera ahí? Yo he estado mitad carrera primero, ¿vale? Me ha pasado Alex y después ya la verdad que se me pasó, se fue por aquí delante, no podía, ¿vale? Y peco de atrás, 0-4.
Pues lo has aguantado bien, amigo.
Sí, de mitad carrera, solo ahí. Pero el ritmo era mucho más fácil.
¿Sí?
He hecho 37 creo mitad carrera, después 38, 8, 38 bajos.
Bien, tío, estoy contento.
Gracias, tío. Muchas gracias.
An absolutely sensational result there for both Fabio Quartararo and Yamaha, and you could see exactly what it meant to his teammate Alex Rins as well, who's been a very important part of this recent Yamaha project. Obviously, he was given a new contract that will be expiring this year, but he was very much considered to be an important part of the development of the bike and has been an incredible partner to Fabio Quartararo recently. We can see him there on our screens as he just talks about the bike, and it's going to be very interesting to see what Rins is capable of doing in the coming campaign. Of course, the bike has been developed. It is going to be different. It is going to be a V4 engine. Will Rins be able to get more out of it as well? But he did say as well, with regard to Quartararo, that the Frenchman was capable of braking 20 meters later than every other Yamaha rider on the grid. And that meant that he was winning almost 0.8 seconds every lap. But we do have the season launch from Jakarta coming up very shortly. That's what we're all here for. So let's go and see what's going on at the season launch in Indonesia for Yamaha Monster Energy Factory Racing.
Selamat sore Bapak dan Ibu sekalian dan juga tamu undangan, rekan-rekan media. Selamat datang di Intercontinental Hotel Jakarta. Good afternoon ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Intercontinental Hotel Jakarta. First, please allow me to greet all of our special guests for today. President, Chief Executive Officer and Representative Director Yamaha Motor Company, Mr. Motofumi Shitara. President Director and CEO PT Yamaha Indonesia Motor Manufacturing, Mr. Dionysius Betty. Vice President Director PT Yamaha Indonesia Motor Manufacturing, Mr. Naotaka Takeshita. And of course, the board of directors from Yamaha, Mr. Sutarya, Mr. Henry Wijaya, Mr. Mulyadi, Mr. Takaaki Hirama, Mr. Akira Sameshima. All Yamaha management team, all guests who join us here in Jakarta, and all of you from all around the world who's watching this launch through live streaming. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP 2026 season launch. My name is Lucy Wiryono. It is an honor for me to be here with you. This is Indonesia, the home to one of the most passionate and energetic MotoGP fan base in the world. This year marks a true renewal for Yamaha. You will see a completely redesigned M1, and I was gonna say 2026, this is a very transitional year for Yamaha because Yamaha begins a major technical shift, also laying down the foundations for the upcoming 2027 project. This is why today's theme and the official hashtag for today is closer lap after lap. Baiklah, Bapak Ibu sekalian, untuk yang pertama, kita akan membahas mengenai new chapter of Yamaha. And now I would like to invite two key leaders who are shaping Yamaha's direction for 2026 and beyond. Please welcome General Manager Motorsports Development Division, Yamaha Motor Company, and President, Yamaha Motor Racing, Takahiro Sumi, and Managing Director of Yamaha Motor Racing and Team Principal of Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP, Paulo Pavesio. Ladies and gentlemen, give big round of applause for Sumi-san and Paulo. You may sit, gentlemen. Thank you. Welcome to Jakarta, Sumi-san and Paulo.
Hello, Lucy.
Okay, so first question is for Sumi-san.
Yes.
Sumi-san, last year, Yamaha developed 3 bikes in parallel. The 2025 M1, the V4, and also the 2027 bikes to comply with the regulations in 2027. So can you explain how this work converges in 2026 and what we're focusing on this year?
Okay. Thanks for your question, Lucy. But firstly, thank you for your presence of Yamaha Motor Company President Mr. Shitara in this event. And of course, I'd like to send our biggest appreciation to all the people gathering here in Jakarta and also the worldwide fan through the monitors for your great support and interest on our project. Back to the question. 2025 for us is a year of transition to bring our M1 to the new era. It was a really intensive parallel development. For this 26, we can concentrate all those jobs into this new V4 platform. To start new chapter is always exciting, but we must start this with great care. To make a progress in such a brand new architecture, it is required for all the members engaging this project in Japan and Italy, your discipline and dedication that are true to the project concept vision and objective data. We are now focusing on 3 things. One is quality of learning and speed of establishing base and accumulating confidence. All those things will lead us to ensure our short-term progress on the track and also help to grow this project as a long-term.
Okay, so now on to Paulo. Sumi-san just described 2026 as a year shaped strongly by the decisions made for 2027. So can you explain what makes 2026 so strategically important?
Yeah, thank you, Lucy, for the question. And before we move to the core of the conversation, I also like to say something of the very special place we are today, because we are lucky, we travel the world, and we always find a lot of passion and a lot of fans. And I mean, this is the beauty of a global brand as Yamaha, but I feel when we are in Indonesia, there is something special. So thank you for hosting us, and thank you to all the Indonesian fans which are here today. Grazie, arigato. Thank you so much. And then, of course, I don't escape from the question. As Sumi-san has explained, 2025 has been the year of preparing the foundation, and 2026 is when we are accelerating. We are accelerating, as you said as well in the question, to build the 2027 future project. However, because obviously in 2027 everything will be new, and the configuration we've been choosing for 2026 is going to be the base for 27. However, here we are to talk about the 2026 season, and the 26 season is where we really want to start seeing the result of the effort we've been putting in the project. Here under those covers there is a completely new machine, which is the result of a joint effort of many Yamaha people around the world, which we are sure is going to project us in 2026 with more potential, and therefore, to be honest, we cannot wait to be on Sepang to start seeing the bike on track.
In 2 weeks, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Sumi-san,
Yes.
you and Paulo both mentioned about the strong relationship between Yamaha Motor Company in Japan and also Yamaha Motor Racing in Italy. So I was wondering, from technical perspective, what are the key development priorities for 2026, and how will you measure success without adding unbearable pressure.
Okay. One of the targets to develop this new B4 platform is to getting a wider range of performance window. Even early stage, we could find encouraging progress in some key elements, like better stability on the braking and the acceleration and a consistent feeling over the long run. In fact, still there is some point not to reach the level of our well-familiar inline-4. But now we are integrating our old knowledge and experience put into this new architecture. Our internal criteria of success, obviously, we get a nice result sheet. However, also for us, important things is to obtain a proof of right progress through our development cycle. If we can keep this momentum with the united action of the teams and the riders, the result will follow before long.
Okay, so Paulo, as I remember last season, we saw Yamaha double its point in the constructor standings, right? And I remember clearly you said this is about steady development. So what should the fans expect, especially during the early part of the season?
Yeah, I would say there is no magic in this sport because fundamentally it's a mechanical sport where you need to accept that there is a journey to be back. This is what we have been doing in 25. For sure, we were looking for speed and performance. On the flying lap, we found it. M1 has been faster. We took 5 pole position. We took 10 times front row start. However, of course, we were missing consistency and speed, especially in the long race. So for next year, I think as also Sumi pointed, we believe we have a package which can offer us more potential to grow during the season. We expect to learn quickly as soon as we start racing, and we expect a growing trajectory during the season. Of course, you were asking about the first half. I cannot tell you if it's going to be the first half of the first races, but for sure we are eager to learn the machine. Our riders for sure are eager to ride it. And we believe the new M1 will show its potential growing all around the season.
Thank you so much, Paulo. Thank you so much. Sumi-san, please remain on stage because we will talk with you again shortly. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I was saying, this season is about building long-term momentum. And Yamaha continues their journey with a partner that shared victories, challenges, and unforgettable moments on track for over a decade. Before we hear more about this from Paulo, let's watch this video together. Applause for Monster Energy. Thank you. So Paulo, from this video, we can see the strong and highly appreciated sign of trust and recognition between Monster Energy and Yamaha. What are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, you know, racing is the result of team effort. For sure, the rider are the one finalizing the job on the track. But you have the people running the operation, you have the engineers developing the bike, and to race, you also need partners. And this is what finally Monster is for us. I think the relation within the two companies goes back almost 2 decades. It started from motocross in early 2000, and since 2019, we are proud and happy to have them as our title sponsor in MotoGP. You build values, I think, when it's about working with brands through consistency. So it's very important for us that this is a long-lasting relation. This is a relation which from business goes also at the end to people. So Rodney, Dave, Mitch have been together with us since ever, and we are proud for next season to still have Monster with us. And this is maybe an extra commitment and motivation to bring back the result we are all looking for.
Thank you so much, Paolo. Can you please give one more round of applause for Monster Energy? Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, thank you. Nah, teman-teman, ini sebentar lagi, ini adalah momen yang paling kita tunggu-tunggu. Dan buat teman-teman yang sudah hadir di sini, jangan lupa nanti akan kasih suara yang semeriah mungkin. Kita tunjukkan Jakarta, Indonesia itu serunya kayak apa. Setuju ya? Oke. Nah, but before we invite our riders on stage, I would like to invite the men on top of team operations to join us on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the team director of Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP, Massimo Meregali. Ciao Mayo, how are you?
Well, good, thank you.
Welcome to Jakarta. So it's great to see you. And before we start the unveiling of the M1 bikes, I would like to ask you a question. So with the completely new redesigned package arriving this season, what's the biggest change inside the garage that will unlock the potential for 2026?
I think, as you can imagine, the big change, I would say the biggest ever change is technical, because to start a new season with a completely new bike, it's a pretty huge shift. And if you think that in the last probably 10, 15 years, the new bike was just an update from the bike we used in the previous season, bringing a completely new package is really a huge thing. And for sure we know that we will have a lot of work in front of us, because we are starting really from zero. But as you can imagine, we are all excited and really proud and committed to start a new season with the new M1.
Thank you so much, Mayo. So, thank you, Paulo, Sumisan, and Mayo. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. The whole world wants to see. And now, please, all of you gentlemen, may we step to the right side of the stage?
Thank you.
Go ahead. Nah, ini dia teman-teman. Siap-siap ya. Jadi, sebentar lagi kita akan melihat sesuatu yang sudah kalian tunggu-tunggu. Disiapkan suaranya semeriah mungkin, karena ingat ini adalah live streaming. Kita disaksikan oleh seluruh dunia. Udah siap? Oke. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the unveiling of Yamaha 2026 bike livery. MotoGP riders, Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins. Fabio and Alex, please stand by in your positions, and this is the 2026 F1. So Fabio and Alex, ladies and gentlemen, this is the 2026 Yamaha bike. Fabio and Alex, can you please ride on top of the bikes? Thank you. Silakan boleh di foto-foto teman-teman. Boleh kita kasih suaranya dong. Okay, you can put on the helmets for photo ops. Alex and Fabio, do you mind putting on the helmets for the photo opportunity? Let me hold this. Okay. Okay. Do you need a hand? Okay. We're going to give the opportunity for the media with you, with Alex and Fabio. Oke, silakan teman-teman media. Mohon untuk tetap teratur, menjaga jarak, teman-teman. Nanti kita akan ada kesempatan untuk bicara lebih dekat lagi dengan Fabio Quartararo dan Alex Rins. Kita beri kesempatan sebentar lagi untuk bisa mengambil foto Fabio Quartararo dan Alex Rins. Oke, baik. Teman-teman, kami boleh minta bantuannya untuk kembali duduk karena kita akan segera mendengarkan apa yang akan dikatakan Fabio Quartararo dan Alex Rins. Silakan. Terima kasih banyak atas kerjasamanya, teman-teman. Baik, teman-teman semua, kami mohon kerjasamanya untuk bisa kembali duduk dulu. Halo, apa kabar semua? Teman-teman boleh kembali duduk, nanti kita akan foto-foto. Ada kesempatannya untuk bisa foto lebih banyak lagi. Terima kasih banyak atas kerjasamanya. Silakan, teman-teman boleh kembali dulu. Terima kasih, silakan kembali dulu. Terima kasih, teman-teman. Kami mohon kerjasamanya untuk kembali dulu ke tempatnya. Nanti kita akan berbicara lebih banyak lagi dengan Fabio Quartararo dan juga Alex Rins. Wow, you two have a lot of fans here in Indonesia, right? Amazing. Okay, so teman-teman, sekarang kita akan ngobrol dulu dengan Fabio Quartararo dan juga Alex Rins, okay? Now we're going to have a little chat with both of you. First of all, welcome to Indonesia. Happy to have you here. And our first question I would like to ask, obviously, Fabio. So Fabio, you are known for always riding on the limit, right? And this 2026 M1 V4 gives you much bigger development window than the previous season. So what are your expectations for 2026?
No, I think that first of all, talking about the livery, I think looks really cool.
It is.
Of course, I mean, I think all of us are riding to the limit. This is going to be a new project. We know that we start just last year, so of course it will be a long process. But of course, I will push to the limit from day one and try to achieve the best result and to enjoy.
So starting from Sepang test in 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, in 2 weeks we'll have 5-day tests.
Yeah.
So really important to find our direction for the season and hopefully to be faster than last year.
Yeah, hopefully. So speaking of Alex Rins, I remember clearly in 2025, last season, No, why are you so concerned? Your look is so concerned. So 2025, what I remember clearly was your performance in Mandalika. So can you tell us how can you gain that such an advantage, and can you translate that into 2026 season?
Well, yeah, terima kasih, everyone. I'm feeling like super happy to present this new machine, this new bike with this new livery. So I'm really excited to jump on track. And as you say, Thailand vibes, no? The performing as we perform in Mandalika, but yeah, let's try our new machine in Sepang. Let's see how it works, how powerful it is, and yeah, looking forward.
So the last time you two ride the M1 V4 was in Valencia, is it true? Right?
Yes.
Okay, so the upcoming test is in 2 weeks in Sepang. So is there any specific key areas that you would like to explore from this M1 V4?
Well, like I said, I think the project is brand new, so there is margin to improve everywhere.
Okay.
So this is what I think Alex and I expect, to have some improvement everywhere, on the turning, on the engine power. That is the most important thing. And yes, Sepang, and then we have Thailand test also to really confirm everything.
Okay, so Alex, you've rode V4 before. So which circuit do you think you can exploit and you can optimize the M1 V4? Which of the circuit? We have 22 rounds this season.
Well, let's see how it works. Mostly what Fabio said, it's a really new project with a new bike. Every time we tested the bike in Barcelona, Misano, Valencia, something new every time was in the bike. So yeah, let's see how it works. Let's see what awaits us in Sepang. For sure, all the Japanese and Italian people, the people involved in the project, sure they work really hard. So we are going to have like many pieces, no? So let's see. We have a lot of work to do, and yeah, let's go.
So, last question. Fabio mentioned about the livery. Can you say 3 words about the livery that describes this new spirit of Yamaha?
I think it's unique because you can really recognize well the Yamaha with the blue, black, and the monster energy. Hopefully fast.
Unique, fast,
and beautiful.
and beautiful. Okay, Alex, how about you? 3 words to describe this new spirit, the new livery of Yamaha?
Well, sure, the bike looks super fresh. I really like a lot the front part of the bike with these white lines. It looks really, really aggressive. And yeah, that's it. Mostly what Fabio says. Hope that the bike looks powerful. Let's see if it's powerful. Yeah, for sure, yes. And yeah, looking forward.
Thank you so much, Fabio and Alex. Ladies and gentlemen, please, one more time, give big round of applause for our 2 riders, Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins. And now I would like to invite Paolo, Sumi-san, and Mayo once again to the stage. Okay, so now that we've unveiled the bikes, Mayo, first question for you is, what are your expectations for 2026?
Yeah, first of all, let me say that to unveil a new bike is always a special moment because it really reflects the work, month of work from many people in Japan and in Italy and also on track. Then going back to your question, it's not easy to to answer, because as we already said many times, we are starting from zero, almost. And maybe I will probably split the season in two parts. The first one where we will for sure try to get used to the new bike, kind of learning process. And then in the second, where we for sure expect from both Alex and Fabio to gradually improve their results. Yes, having said that, we really know that we have a lot of work in front of us. We already started seeing the test program that we will have in 10 days in Sepang, and the list is pretty long. Hopefully, we will have maybe 5 or 6 days of dry, because the more we gather information, the better it is. And yeah, we are pretty sure about what we prepared for Sepang, and we really would like to leave this first official test with really strong information.
So long list of work to do. I'm sure Alex and Fabio were like, okay, long list to do, right? Okay, so thank you so much, Mayo. But now this is official. So now in front of your eyes, we can see the Yamaha management team and the 2 Yamaha riders. But first of all, I've noticed there's a new logo here. But before I will ask Paolo about the new logo that I've seen here, let's watch this video. Now, Paolo, what can you tell us about, thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. What can you tell us more about the GP world?
Yeah, new season is a new project, is a new bike, and there is also an important news for us on the partnership area, because I'm not sure if everybody is familiar, probably all the fans of Formula One, yes. DP World is a leading logistic company based in Dubai. They are very active in sport. They've been title sponsor of the Golf World Cup. They are also sponsoring the team which is world champion in Formula One. And I have to say we are very proud to have the possibility to bring them to our world, to bring them to the MotoGP paddock. Thanks to what is a wider partnership with Yamaha. It's a very interesting multi-year deal which will expand from MotoGP to other Yamaha racing activity. And this is why, while we will be on the way again from Italy to Sepang for the test, we will have a stopover in Dubai, I think next Monday, to talk a bit more about this. But for the time being, I'm really proud also of this new partnership, and I'm sure we will have a lot of satisfaction with them in the future.
Thank you so much, Paolo. So, once again, thank you so much, Fabio. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Paolo, Sumi-san, and Mayo. Ladies and gentlemen, please give one big round of applause for Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP 2026. That completes Monster Energy Yamaha MotoGP 2026 launch. Thank you so much for all of you who joined us here today in Jakarta. And everyone who's watching our live stream, see you in Sepang Test in 2 weeks, and 2026 starts now. Bye everyone.
Launch that was. It might seem that that bike is very similar to last year's, but the shrewd observer will see a little bit more blue and white in there as well. And of course, the addition of the white was something we saw with Ducati just a couple of days ago. So a familiar theme as we look at the 2026 grid. But what an absolutely beautiful bike Yamaha have presented us with once again. And the details, of course, are going to be even more fascinating once we see them on track. The blue, of course, always reminds us of Yamaha. New Era, that's from Inja. Keep your comments coming in. We would love to hear all of your thoughts about Yamaha's new livery. And, of course, the new era that they are about to engage in. I mean, we're talking about what it looks like. Whoa, that V4 was amazing. Absolutely. And this was just the point I was about to make. It's what's beneath that beautiful livery as well, which is going to be on everyone's mind, I am sure, as Yamaha transition from the Inline-Four to the V4 engine. An entirely new way of working for the Japanese factory. And we're going to see the likes of Fabio Quartararo and Alex Rins looking to take Yamaha back to the top. It's where they believe that they belong, and quite rightly so. We've seen the likes of Valentino Rossi and Jorge Lorenzo and so many more excelling on that bike. And this time around, well, it's going to be up to these two in particular. Fabio, of course, a lot of eyes going to be on him, especially after his improved performance last year compared to the previous season. It was still a struggle for Yamaha, but they were getting better and better. We saw some incredible moments as well, that P2 in Jerez, which we looked at earlier in this show, and that tragic moment at the British GP where Fabio was just unable to win because of a technical issue, but came so close. Wow, excellent Yamaha livery. That's from Aditi Krishna West Java. And I'm inclined to agree with you. It is beautiful. And as you can see there is that bit more white and blue. And of course, that monster claw we've come to associate with the Yamaha brand for, I think, a decade or so now. So yeah, absolutely beautiful new bike. And it's going to be even better looking, I am sure, when we see it on track. Love new livery Yamaha from Soryang West Java. Good livery, absolutely inclined to agree with you. That blue is just so iconic, and the contrast as well with the two helmets that Quartararo and Rins had opted to wear there. Quarta obviously with that red, but Rins with his white. It looked absolutely fantastic, so it's going to be, again, great to see them on track. Great to see them racing. And we also heard from Fabio there during the presentation saying that what he wants is for it to be fast. I think that's something that all of us can share. That white touch at the front, this is just what I was talking about. Reminded me so much to 2015. Yeah, absolutely. This is Yamaha paying homage to their past, and it's a rich, rich past as well. Yamaha Livery 2026, amazing, with 2 blue hearts and 4 thumbs up, absolutely. That's from Yusuf Sambadi 22. So it does seem that a lot of you are very much in favour of this new livery from Yamaha, so keep the comments coming in. It's great to hear from all of you. New livery, era and combination colour, very nice. Pandu Nadia Sanya, I'm not sure if I said that correctly, I do hope so. But it does seem that those of you watching on are very much in favour of this new Yamaha livery. It's part of history, and also if you want to be part of history, you can get your name on the flag with MotoGP Authentics. Be part of the 2026 action. You can just see there on the checkered flag, you can get your name on and be part of it. Be part of the history of MotoGP. Why not? That's with MotoGP Authentics. One rider who is sure to be a real contender this year, as far as I'm concerned, is Fabio Quartararo. So we do have the poll here. Juan Quartararo fight for the podium this year? Yes or no? Write your perspective in the chat. Yes, if you do believe so. No, if you don't. I'm inclined to think that this time Yamaha are going to be putting something out which is going to be capable of winning races, at least getting onto the podium more than the single time that we saw in the previous campaign. That was in Jerez at the Spanish GP. But as I touched upon there, we saw Fabio coming so close so frequently as well. There was a P4 finish in there last season, going that P2, and that horrendous way to finish the British GP when he was leading by a proverbial country mile, only to find a technical error, meaning that he just wasn't able to cross the finish line in first. Fabio always, and I'm sure there are loads of fans, Fabio being one of the most charismatic riders on the grid, that believe just that. Fabio Fantastique Quartararo back to the podium and to win some races. I feel like that might well be a comment coming from someone in France. And I'm sure we'll see Fabio on the podium this year. I do share that belief. Diablo is an amazing competitor. I'm expectant this year. That's from Andrea Rodriguez. I have to be honest with you, Andrea. I am expectant as well. Then we can see what people are thinking. Juan Quartararo fight for the podium this year. 67% now saying yes, with just 33% saying no. It is going to be difficult for Quartararo, but he's got such immense talent that it should be possible for him, especially with this new V4 engine and all of the work behind the scenes that Yamaha have put together, obviously as well with another team helping them out in the shape of Pramac. We do have something very much to look forward to as well in the Kuala Lumpur season launch. It's where it all begins. It starts here for MotoGP. We'll see all the riders, all the teams present as MotoGP takes over the city of Kuala Lumpur to get the season underway in earnest in 2026. And if last year's event in Bangkok is anything to go by, well, it's going to be an incredible event. Now, we are up to 86% in our poll. Can Quartararo fight for the podium this year? Just 14% saying no. So there's a lot of faith in El Diablo from everyone watching on here as we look at what is an incredible team launch and an incredible presentation. But Fabio is just one part of that team. There is also Alex Rins, of course, who has been very important to Yamaha since leaving the Honda Castrol team just a few years ago. He's provided so much support. We also saw just how good the relationship is between Alex Rins and Fabio Quartararo before the presentation in one of the videos that we showed you, and how much they celebrated together the result in Jerez. So here we have more comments coming in as well. I hope Rins does well this season. I'm sure we all do, especially as at the end of this season contracts are coming to an end. Will we see him on the grid in 2027? Alex has clean helmet. I have to assume that that means that the helmet is beautiful. Well, I said so as well earlier on. Rinsfran from the USA. Let's go. That's from Drekut. Well, you would have been very happy seeing Alex Rins winning just a few years ago on that Honda LCR machine. I am sure what was one of those performances which really showed us exactly what Rins is capable of doing. We saw it at Suzuki, we saw it at Honda, of course, and I think we all want to see it at Yamaha in this coming campaign in 2026. He's a rider of such tremendous talent, and we've just maybe not seen the best of him over the course of the past 2 years since he made this switch to the Yamaha factory team. This time around, it's going to be on a brand new bike, and as we touched on, that touch of white, a little more blue, and that iconic Monster Energy Monster Claw. What a bike. It's going to be absolutely incredible to see on screen, on track rather, in 2026. Can't wait to see how the V4 performs. Hashtag Yamaha anything octane. I think that is the question that everyone is going to be asking themselves. What is that V4 going to be like? They've been working on it for quite some time. We saw it 3 times in the 2025 season with Augusto Fernandez in San Marino, Malaysia, and of course in Valencia as well. 10 out of 10 livery, especially the front. That's from 88 Neat. I have to say, I am in complete agreement. Literally the best looking Yamaha I have ever seen this decade. That is a very, very bold statement from Renault Fumi 28. Yamaha blue is bold. I like it. Keep these comments coming in. It's absolutely wonderful to hear from all of you, all of the Yamaha fans, all of the MotoGP fans around the world. The white makes the livery look very intense. It absolutely does. And another word that we heard from the riders during the presentation was aggression. And it feels like that's a very well-chosen word as well. 3 words: 1, handsome; 2, elegant; 3, monster. 3 very well-chosen words there. Absolutely. It is a monster, sponsored by Monster, and we're going to be seeing it on track where it's going to perform like a monster. I am absolutely sure. Let's take a look at the calendar for 2026 and when we're going to get to see this beautiful new Yamaha on track. Well, it all kicks off in Thailand on the weekend of February 27th until March the 1st. Then we're off to Brazil, the USA, and then we move to the Middle East with Qatar. We'll be in Spain, where, of course, Yamaha got their best result last year, P2 with Fabio Quartararo. Then we'll be in Le Mans, Catalonia, Italy, Hungary, and Czechia. Then we'll have the Netherlands and Germany. Great Britain, where we saw the tragedy of Yamaha falling just short with that technical issue. Then we'll be in Aragon, Alex Rins' home GP. Then we're off to San Marino, Austria, and we begin our Asian tour in Japan. We'll go to Indonesia, Australia, Malaysia, and then we're back in Europe for Portugal and the season finale, which is going to be more exciting than ever, I am absolutely sure, in Valencia. Will Yamaha be in with a shout of the title when that comes around? Well, we'll have to wait and see. For the time being, though, it is goodbye from me. And remember, the season is waking at the Sepang test. Something is stirring. Make sure that you tune in for it.